It's time to say our farewell to the delightful Congalin campground at the Dryandra Woodland National Park. In our previous episode, we searched high and low for numbats and came up empty-handed. But it was not all in vain. We also visited the Barnamia nocturnal wildlife experience and had our fair share of echidna encounters. Sometimes it's the road we know best that feels the safest. We take the same routes, visit the same places, and follow the same patterns. It's comfortable. It's predictable. But what if the real adventure lies in what we don't expect? Now, this is going to be a very special moment because we've come across our first giant thing. It's the giant ram at Wagon, or Waggon, or Wigan, or something. Be prepared for this exciting moment. Come on, Ronnie. I know you're thrilled. There's a little footbridge. What's that? 9 times the size of a live ram. There's his head. We'll keep the sheep, stand with our farmers. What a moment, Ron. Do you have much to say?
I'm flabbergasted.
You're speechless.
I'm gaster-flabbered.
Gaster-flabbered. We need to set the record straight. It's not wagon, it's wadgen. Wadgen? Wagen. It's wagen. We've just asked the lady at the service station and she said the name is wagen. And that all those people from the East Coast, they call it wagon. Well, that's what it looks like. I think we all feel it sometimes, that pull, don't we? The one that whispers to step off the beaten path. It's that moment when you realise, even when you're older, there's still so much to discover, to explore. In this episode, we diverge from the route we had planned when a sign pointing to the STIRLING Ranges National Park takes our fancy. The decision begins to feel like a gamble as the road changes to gravel and gets bumpier. It's getting easy to second-guess ourselves. Was it really the right choice? Still, we continue to be surrounded by familiar farming landscape, bringing some level of comfort. We notice distant mountains and start to think that it wasn't a mistake after all. I woke up this morning and I realised that I hadn't done any one-on-one with the camera about the place we're staying in. We came here quite by accident, actually. We were travelling from Dryandra Woodland National Park, heading south towards Albany, and I don't know, we just saw a sign that said STIRLING Range National Park. And I said to Ron, let's go there. And he agreed we should. So off we wandered down this path and we found this caravan park. It's called Mount Trio. It's a bush camping caravan park. So it's not like your traditional one where you've got lots of facilities. But it does have toilets. It does have laundry apparently. Showers. Does it have showers? I think it might have a shower. It has limited power sites. But it is in an absolutely stunning setting. It's right on the edge of the national park. And in fact, you can go for a walk. There's a 1.2 kilometre walk through the woods here and check out all the wildflowers. And we're going to do that this morning just before we leave. Anyway, we're here and we're really enjoying this spot. A little bit expensive maybe, $50 a night at the moment. But you know, that's power and water. And the setting is just, it's just really special. So I would highly recommend Mount Trio caravan park if you're looking for somewhere to stay. There's nowhere in the national park to stay, so your choices are really limited. I did want to tell you also that if you're staying here at Mount Trio Caravan Park, apparently you can do the national park walks from here too. There's a pathway that leads straight from this caravan park into the national park, and there are kilometres of walks and trails there. So if you're really into hiking, this is a great place to stay. Bit of a wretched windy day today. We're about to go and have a look at the Stirling Ranges, just really for a drive more than any hiking. From Mount Trio, we turn onto Formby Road south and have an easy drive into the park. The rolling showers give the landscape a dramatic edge. The park's floral display is just getting started, and we are treated to plenty of unusual plants and their vibrant blooms. And between the showers of rain, we pull into stopping bays to explore the bush looking for ground orchids. Along the way, we meet others who, like us, love flora and all its glory. We meet a delightful couple who are also out orchid hunting and, to our pleasure, share their knowledge of the local flora. The world is full of people with passions, with knowledge, with stories. Turns out they are also staying in Mount Trio, so we caught up with them later to swap stories of our discoveries and absorb some of their local knowledge of the region called the Great Southern. Our next stop is the park's highest peak and WA's second largest, Bluff Knoll. We are nowhere near fit enough to hike the summit trail, but are delighted by the spectacular drive and comfortable day use area with its easy parking, toilet block and well-placed metal platforms for the very best views. From the warmth of our car, we watch as each passing minute clouds gather, slamming into the bluff to obscure its weathered and ancient face. Gradually, the hard winds push the clouds past the resistance to reveal the bluff having stood as an eternal sentinel, watching over the landscape with an ageless patience. The wet weather has passed, and the pull to get out of the car and sit in its presence, marvelling at the fleeting beauty of this mountain's ever-changing moods, becomes a necessity. But the day is young yet, and we reluctantly move down the hill and tackle the 42-kilometre gravel loop road. Here we come across plenty of hiking trails, but also stands of red waratah. There's something incredibly freeing about not knowing what comes next, about allowing yourself to step off the map and see where the road takes you. A freedom we highly recommend. We have one more stop to make before we drive home, and that's to climb the Central Lookout. But oh boy, it's so windy. Biscuit, we're going to do the Central Lookout walk in the gale force winds. This is what it looks like. Pretty windy. Anyway, doesn't look too onerous. Ron reckons we'll be blown up there. We'll have to
Roll
get
back
low.
down.
Yeah, have to roll back down. That's a good one. It is wind central. Ooh. Sorry about the noise. Oh wow! Look at all these beautiful orchids. Where are you, Ronnie? What you doing over there? Oh, well this is the track too. Oh, there you are. What? I must have taken the shortcut. That's it up there, Ron. Do we want to do it or not? I think this is probably enough, eh? If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Press the like button and leave a comment.